I'm Tim Holmes. We're here in San Leandro, California, and I own Zocalo Coffeehouse along with my wife, Mitch. Yeah, I meant it initially as a community space, and that was really what became the space. My goal was to get other people to be the activists. My goal was to get people to use this as a launch point, as a kicking off point for everything, and I've seen a lot of that happen. We've been able to bring in, well, way back to the beginning, we had the first, or at least the first for many years, we had the first candidate forums here. We had the first mayoral candidate forum here for many years, back before Tony Santos ran, in fact. And then from here, we had multiple then candidate forums for the school board and for city council and various other things. Until they got big enough, they actually started doing them. The League of Women Voters started doing them, and so on, because they started them here. That's who we were having vet the questions and so on. They started doing them at McKinley and then down at the Marina Center. So that stuff I think really launched from here when people started wanting to become more involved and wanted to hear what was really going on. And I wanted people to talk and ask questions and so on, so we held those forums. And from here we started SLCAN, the San Leandro Community Action Network. It was a grassroots political group that's really faded now, but it did a lot of the kicking off of a lot of the campaign stuff that was going on. And a lot of the people that came from that group ended up doing other campaigns and are now working in different schools and doing a lot of the community work. I think that's making a lot of sense. So there's been a lot of push for that sort of stuff that has come through here, which has been really beneficial, I think, for San Leandro in the long run as well as the short run.
Well, it's our pleasure to recognize Mitch Huitema and Tim Holmes tonight with a proclamation, and I'll now read it. Whereas Mitch Huitema and Tim Holmes opened Zocalo Coffeehouse over 11 years ago with the intention that it be more than a coffee house, specifically that it be a safe, welcoming place for persons to engage in conversations on political, social, environmental, and civic matters. And whereas Mitch Huitema and Tim Holmes achieved these goals, in addition to providing its customers with a full line of unique coffee, teas, and pastries, Zocalo Coffeehouse offered San Leandrons and visitors to our city with a warm and inviting atmosphere, offering family-friendly kid play area, free wireless internet access, and a place for community building. Whereas through their ownership and operation of Zocalo Coffeehouse, Mitch Huitema and Tim Holmes helped raise awareness of local, state, and national social, political, and environmental issues, and hosted countless and varied special community events, including candidate forums, art shows, Coffee with the Cops, and Congresswoman Barbara Lee coffee talks, as well as provided the venue free of charge for events and fundraisers by numerous San Leandro nonprofit organizations, including David Street Family Resource Center, Building Futures with Women and Children, and our public schools. Now therefore I, Stephen Cassidy, Mayor of the City of San Leandro, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim September 22nd, 2013 as Tim Holmes and Mitch Huitema Day in San Leandro, and thank them for creating a greater sense of community, understanding, and tolerance among San Leandrons, and wish them the best of success in their future endeavors. Let's give them a big round of applause.
I was warned, so I had a chance to say something. Thank you for honoring Mitch and me for our work over the past decade, building and sustaining a diverse community, creating a space for activism, and creating a place where people feel safe and can discuss ideas with their peers. I encourage you all to join us Sunday night at 7 for our Zocalo Forever Party. We've dedicated ourselves to strengthening San Leandro and our community, our schools, nonprofits, community groups, and families, and it's heartwarming to receive acknowledgement of that work. It's humbling, and we thank you, but it's also bittersweet. As people who have committed not just our business but our lives to building and empowering people, we were stunned and heartbroken last week when 5 of our council members voted to continue down the path of expansive, unlimited surveillance of the people of San Leandro by our police department with no oversight. At the same meeting, our council reduced our private property rights in the chicken and bee policy, forcing residents to either agree to unconstitutional searches of their property or break the law by refusing to get a permit so as to preserve their rights. Making these hugely impactful decisions regarding surveillance and other items without significant public input disrespects and disempowers the community we've all worked so hard to build. Surveillance builds up the state, not its people. So it's with mixed feelings that we accept this award. We are honored by your recognition, but concerned about our future. The city is only as strong as its people, and I encourage the people of San Leandro not to accept this encroachment on our rights. Thank you.
Well, as I said, Zocalo Coffeehouse was a place for free and spirited public discourse and debate.